So when you know the Badagris, people in Badagri, right? And they are also, I mean, I agree, they are also Yorubas, okay? Now, as they are, look at that difference in that, this one is even more than just the accent, okay? So, for the Lagosians, somebody from Iragbiji is probably telling somebody like you that he's more Lagosians than you. I'm sorry, please go on now.
Yeah. You see, when this Dangote issue started, I remember I was still in university then. Some of our communities in that Bejuleki, they were chased off. This is what normally happens in Lagos. Let's say they want to grab a land. You know, Awuris and Ogu people are normally side by side in terms of land properties. But the problem is we are a minor ethnic group in Lagos. So we are the first people that they would normally scapegoat. Because, before the amalgamation of Nigeria, like how you have the Yorubas in Republic of Benin and some Yorubas in Nigeria. Also, we have some Egun people in Republic of Benin and we have some in Nigeria. So now we fall as a minor ethnic group in Nigeria. We are the first people they first of all scapegoat. And they normally have this saying that they will say, Shegun ni eni abeyan.
Really?
Yeah. Shegun ni eni abeyan. If you say you are Egun, one in pe Egun sheyan. And if you say you are Egun, you are Eyan, they will say Eyan kin Shegun. It's a slur
like
that they normally use. Yeah. It's a slur they normally use on us, Is
that also the slur where this Talumegun wa?
Exactly, thank you.
Do you know I've actually used that open that was just like a normal banter?
No. It's a slur against us.
I am so
sorry.
It's a slur
against us.
And I'm glad everybody can hear us now. Okay?
Yeah, it's
all
a slur.
these little things that some of us just take for granted and be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
what we use for that.
Yeah, it's
so
like
Depe,
the way
what
we
does
call
Depe mean? Is that an area?
No, Depe is more like what you call Okurin. Like Depe is like how would I put it? A grown-up man. That's the word in what's it called?
So that's how that's what other Yorubas turn to a slow word and say Depe or De.
Depe, yeah. Because even if you go to Badagry communities, you will see their titles called Depegan. That is the representative of the youth. Yeah, Depe is like youth,
A grown-up youth like that. I see.
Yeah. So what they normally do, especially in that land, their satanic land, the ministry there, is any community that you have Ogu people, they first of all use them scapegoats, take them off. The ones that want to be stubborn, they will kill the one they want to kill. Because I remember when the issue of Dangote started, there is a place called, is it Adapame or somewhere, where they killed some people and they took their corpses back to Badagry, to the palace of Accra. I remember on that day, they had to stop them not to take the corpse into the palace because they were very angry that Accra and Badagry could not say anything.
Or government sponsored.
The government sponsors, actually, they shot them.
Wow.
They were shot and they will move them away. The same thing normally happens in Makoko area too. Whenever they want to scapegoat Makoko people, you have lots of people there. You have lots of Ilaje people there.
Yeah.
They'll first of all use the Ogu communities there as scapegoats. So now, I think this is where our Wuri cousins need to come out and let's be, fair on each other. How do I mean? The fact that they've scapegoated some your cousin, because we also intermarry, we intermarry. They will now pay some of the bales or kings who are worries. They just pay them already. They've already scapegoated part of people who have the land, and they will easily withdraw.
So when you say scapegoating them, is it like they blackmail them into threatening them?
threaten them. The ones they will kill, they will kill.
Yeah,
the one they will say
some
they
and
are not
threaten others and say,
Lagosians.
we'll kill you
They
like
are not
others if you still come back here.
Lagosians.
Wow.
Exactly, you know. So now everybody is now saying now that they sold that land for the excess of $200,000 to now pay everybody for, is it 4.4?
Yeah, that's how much they pay them. See, he
Who is now
collected
losing?
100 million. This one is for the land, though. It's not about, that one, that doesn't include what Dangote packaged and gave Fashola and his people as bribe. Oh. This is them saying, yeah, take the land. Don't worry. Give us
So
100 million.
who is eating from who now? Because of the little change we want to collect from these people who, sadly, if not that we don't want to be xenophobic, the ancestry, they don't have what we call agbole in Lagos. Me, I have my own agbole.
That you can take anybody to and say agbole, well,
Anybody
my forefathers, the father,
this where my forefathers are. Exactly. But it is what it is. Until their worries, the Jebus and the Ogu people come together to fix that Lagos, this is what we'll be seeing year in, year out. Year in, year out.
Wow. I remember one incident, right? Sometimes in 2007. I don't know if you remember this, right?
Yes.
Fashola was campaigning in what do you call it? This Ibejuleki Lekki area too, where they collected the land that they wanted to build a general hospital. Remember?
Yes.
That land is now used for golf course now, owned by one of Tifnu's.
That's what they do. That's what they do. They will come.
Estates there now. They've used the land to build estate and all of that stuff.
Yes, they will come, take the land, use government.
It was meant to be a general hospital.
They will use government, what's it called, laws to tell them that they want to use the land for government development. By the time you go into the Gazette, you see that they've sold all those properties for themselves.
And that's how we are here. They are talking about Abi.
They did not build any Lagos. All the Lagos they've been doing is more of chasing people off their land, especially of the people along that Lagos Lagoon area. Yeah. That's what they normally do. Tọ́ba ti fẹ́ gbalẹ̀ kan lọ́wọ́ ẹnìkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n á kọ̀ wọ inú àwọn community yẹn, àwọn tó máa pa wọ́n padà nù. Àwọn ẹni tó bá kù wọ́n á sá kúrò.
Ẹni tó bá máa sá lọ máa tètè sá lọ. Àwọn tó bá dúró lásán until they chase them ṣáàbí kọ́ pa wọ́n.
And what do you expect them to do? I think life is more important. But the problem is, with this way we are normally stuck in Lagos. If a Lagosian wants to talk, somebody who maybe a Yoruba, I'm not accusing Yoruba,
freely. Don't hold it back, okay?
Yeah.
But it's just that you are not using blanket statement. Don't you say some to make yourself
okay?
But speak freely, please.
What we have is some of our Yoruba brothers who their fathers have come to Lagos, maybe in now second generation in Lagos, because they don't understand the complexity of how Lagos is. They will be supporting them. I remember there was a time I went to the ministry for my indigenship. This guy was telling me, am I Nigeria or from Republic of Benin? You know what I told him? I told him, is he your forefather that created Nigeria or Republic of Benin? That was the answer I gave him. Is he your forefather that created Nigeria or Republic of Benin you are talking? That before your empire and the Daume Wahala.
Talking about discrimination. It's pretty much it's not obvious. I mean, let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example, Baba. I am from Ogun State, right? Okay, where we have this similar thing. We have the Jebus, we have the Remos, Egbas, and the Yewas. So the Egbas, right? Before Benga Daniel came, it was usually 3. In fact, it was only 2. Ijebus and Egbas. The Remos, right? They were considered as Ijebu Remos. But they're like, no, we are not Ijebu like that. We are Remo. Do you get that now? So when Benga came, Benga now created 4 identified ethnic groups there, okay? The Ijebus, the Egbas, the Yewas. and the Remos. The Egbas were furious. You know why? To them,
Why?
Yewa doesn't exist. It's Egba and Egbado. Egbado is like Yewa is their farm. That's the arrogance they have in them too, right? The political class,
yes,
they said Egbado is not a place. It's their farm.
Do you know why they say that?
They say you cannot create them as our equal. They fought Benga Daniel Baba.
I will tell you why.
Finally, Yewa people are kind of like out there, like pushing.
Thank you.
But I've not heard this of the Egus, the Aworis, and the rest of them like that. But
I will tell
Sarah
you,
Shoson was Awori now.
Sarah Shoson's father.
Yeah.
Sarah. What you hear they call Sarah Shoson is Sarah Sozan. Sozan is an Ogun name.
Right.
I hope this video
so she's
gets
not
to
even
her.
Awori, she's
It's
Ogun,
not
right?
It's Ogun, proper Ogun. Sozan.
Sozan. That's the name.
Sozan.
Not Shoson.
That's the Yoruba interpretation of that name. Right. Sozan. It's because she's married to an Awori.
I see.
What's happening in Yewa now? I'll give you another one. Part of our people are also in Yewa. So I now see why an Egba man would see them as not part of the larger Yoruba ethnic group.
Like they are not. They shouldn't be equal to them. They should create them like that. But Benga did. Credit to him.
Yes, because if we remember historically, there was wars between the Dahomey and the Oyo Empire.
Yes.
And the Egba people stopped Dahomey incursion. Part of the people that you now have in what's it called? Ogun State waterside are still our people. From Badagry, I can take a boat and go to Ogun State. In fact, I've gone there before to buy a cow when we had a party in Badagry. So these are the things people don't know in that Lagos and
thank you
Ogun
so
State.
much for raising
it's
this
high time we are brothers keeper.
God bless you.
A Yoruba man in the Republic of Benin.
And also research more. You see this information we just shared now, right? There are people here
that
are surprised as me. And like I told people all the time, nobody knows everything. Now that you came on here, you've actually really taught me something new. And I'm not alone. There are those who are still watching and be like, oh, I never thought it that way too. Oh, I didn't. So thank you so much, okay, for sharing.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, Baba.
On a final note, we have our people who are in Nigeria. We have our people who are in Republic of Benin. We have Yorubas in Nigeria. We have Yorubas in Republic of Benin. And nobody discriminates against the Yorubas in Republic of Benin. Why discriminate against your cousins who we have intermarried and shared historical semblance together over the century, just because of some crazy people, politicians want to eat from us? That's the truth. Thank you very much, Maegun. God bless you,
sir. Yeah,
God bless you.
So
Thank
much.
you.
You have a good one, all right? But that's a brilliant one. That's one beautiful thing about this platform. Okay, you just don't know what is going to surprise you or who is going to surprise you. You will learn every step of the way. And now I know better. I do. And in fact, it is more or less like we should. Even more people like yourself should speak up. A lot of us who are Yorubas, there are so many things we don't know about Yoruba land. There are so many things that they have used politics, okay, to ingrain into our medulla oblongata to make us feel like it's normal. There are many things they have hidden away from us. They did not want us to see or see the picture. We just have to find them. We just have to. And by the time you find them, you'll be so surprised at how evil those we call the leaders of Yoruba land have been. And selfish too. Divisive. Hello.
Hello, Michael. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Let me not give my name again, Michael. I've given it once.
That's fine. I mean, I'm cool with that. It's just that sometimes, anyway, we'll leave it at that way. So,
let's leave it at that.
What do you have for us? Yeah.
Okay. Let me speak to your topic on on Dangote.
Please.
And because I listened to your other broadcasts, where you quote from what Uncle Dele Farutimi said, on Sunday. I listened to his broadcast on Sunday. You see, I'm going to speak both for and against for Dangote. Dangote, for all we say that, Dangote is a in this he has monopoly, in that he has monopoly. To be fair, is it really a monopoly, or rather the growls of the ordinary Nigerian against Dangote, especially people from the southeast of Nigeria, is not just people from the southeast, but even BUA group has had issues with him. It's a case of he's close. He's been
those who have had their legs in fire just because of their business interest that crosses that part of Dangote. You mean, right?
Yes. So the people he has he involved himself in certain things that has giving him an upper hand in the business climate? Yes. For example, people are upset that he got a license for cement and Ibeto did not. Is it something that happens elsewhere? Yes, even in Britain, unfortunately. During COVID, we saw a Scottish woman who is a donor to the Conservative Party get a 10 billion, or is it 10 or 11 billion pound PPE contract. She's never been involved in anything to do with PPE. She's from Scotland. She knows nothing to do. And a lot of people were upset because there are small and medium scale businesses who have supplied, who PPE is their business. And the painful thing is some of those PPEs ended up being condemned because they were not the right spec. The NHS could not use them. 10 billion pounds washed down the drain. But let's put the issues that people like BUA have with Dangote, Ibeto had with Dangote. Dangote was wise through the years to stay close to power, to all the political machinery of parties across the divide. And
something others are really jealous of, including me.
Businessmen,
it is business.
Businessmen all over the world, they all do it, especially when you are when your business involves government licensing. A certain percentage of your profit goes into what they call lobbying. And that is what I say to I'm not Igbo. And this is what I say to some of my friends who are Igbo. And I've said it even in 2019. I said it. When you are in a business that involves licensing of some sort, using the ports, have the sense to put a certain percentage of your profit towards licensing. The Jews do it very well.
That is so.
Look at the current Labour Party. More than 10% of the newly elected MPs are members of Friends for Jewish Friends for Labour. Lobby for your interests. It is a part of life. I have learned it. I don't agree with it. In the Bible, I don't know of the Quran, but in the Bible, people lobby for their interests. It's part of life. Jesus Christ talks, let me break it down, that the children of this world are wiser in dealing with their own than the children of light. When he told that parable, he said that a certain man was like a chief operating officer for his boss. People were owing his boss money. When the man watched the body language of his boss and saw that his boss was going to fire him, the Bible says that he was too proud to work. In other words, he has been a CEO. He cannot go to DWP to go and claim universal credits. Let's put it that way. So the man told himself, oh boy, I took big pass to go claim benefits. What did he do? He went to meet all the people who were owing his master and say, you are owing him 100 shekels of silver, reduce it to 80, cancel it, write 80. You cancel your 70, write 50. When he finished, he reduced all their debts. Jesus Christ, instead of condemning that man and call him corrupt, he said the man used mammon, that is, the Bible called it uncommon, unrighteous mammon, to build friends, to build connections on the earth. Mayegu,
Huh?
in this England where I dey work, so
Mhm.
the last job I did, now I see wetin they call politics. The higher you go, the less emotional life becomes.
Hmm.
I was very pained when I got let go from that job, but it was, and I did extremely well. The commendation was top notch. Every corner there was commendation, but I was still let go from the job. Why?
Why?
I didn't understand the politics. Me, it's either you learn or you will be dealt with in life.
And that's
I
what
felt so pain.
is.
There's one thing, I was like one of only two black faces in that on that job. Massive job, good pay, fantastic pay.
Oh,
But my
you didn't
is
play your
either I
card. You
sit
didn't play your card
down,
right. You don't know politics.
no. Not one day did I call it racism. I did not call it racism because everybody that interviewed me before, they were white when they gave me the job.
Uh-huh.
So learn the lesson.
Hmm.
So I told myself, I cleaned my eye. I sat down and I told myself, Mayegu, the one I'm going into, if I no learn that lesson, the one with at the enter now, the same thing, the money come high past that other one.
You
If
get
I no
and
learn
from
that
that
lesson, why I
experience
want
of the
to
last one, you should be better in this,
do
you
you
know.
understand? So I must focus and learn my lesson. Because if you don't learn the lesson, you will take the exams of life over and over again. I agree that Igbos are marginalized, but okay, what is happening to BUA that Dangote dealt with him too? Is he marginalized? Are they not both Arewa?
Yeah.
See, everything is not race, everything is not racism, just that everything is not tribalism. That let us put, so let us put that to one side.
It is cold outside.
Lobbying,
And
lobbying
I
is
get
a
you, man.
part of
Go on.
life. Lobbying is a part of life. It's either you learn the lesson, I am a black person, how do I survive in white spaces? And I must tell myself. So let's pack that one to one corner. Dangote there is hardly any socialite party on Saturday in the Southwest that you don't see Dangote attending. That is part of his lobbying. So let us put that one to one side. And if I was 2 years away, if it's 2 years ago, I would just be saying, oh, Dangote this. But I have learned my life. When Abacha was alive, Peter Obi was major importer. The owner of, they say he was the owner, I don't know how true, they say he was the owner of this franchise. These people that own Heinz, they say he owned the Heinz franchise. So all the Heinz ketchup and so that made him a major importer, right? So when the ports were having issue, I think Tinkan Island, he told the story during the election. He said he was able to get an audience in his 30s or in his 40s in his 30s with Abacha.
He was in his 30s,
yeah. And at the end of the day, Abacha said, you can sort it for me. He said, yes, I give you the power, go and do it. See, if you are a businessman, there is no emotions. You have taken huge loans to do stuff. Shareholders are looking at your capacity. I did an interview a short while ago. They are not looking too much at the technical things. They are looking at your ability to
make them money.
To say 5 sentences and say nothing. How do you make 5 sentences and you say nothing? Let there be no way for somebody to hold your hand, but you still have done your pushback. So, Michael, all I said, let me put that one to one corner. I'm not going to hold Dangote to anything. Dangote's responsibility is to his shareholders. It is his responsibility to lobby. If you are doing major business in America, you must lobby. It is a part of life.
I mean, the other thing I just don't like is that apart from lobbying, right, at the same time, people like him, I'm not just saying about, not just him now, I'm saying people like him and others like him, right? They should possibly be making their own political stand actually public now. If they indeed, because you know something, man, right? The likes of Tinubu, these are like mafiascos, like mafias, right? So the way they come for things, they come in an aggressive way. It's like
I'm coming to that point now, Mayegu. Right. I'm coming to that point. Sorry I took too much time to set the stage, but I'm coming to that point. So now the issue with the behavior of the government towards Dangote. Listen, Tinubu's government is making a very big mistake by fighting Dangote.
And I don't think they know.
They are making the biggest mistake of their government by fighting Dangote. Maegu, let me tell you something. Once an American business gets to a certain stage, When that business runs into trouble abroad,
Mhm.
America takes it as it's like an attack on America.
Absolutely.
Look at the issue that Amazon had in France. Look at the issue Amazon has faced in the UK. The American government begins to take it as if it's almost like a part of their foreign policy. There is a point, a business gets to a point of a behemoth. America begins to protect the competitiveness of that company abroad. Let us look at electric cars. China is busy making